Have you ever stopped to wonder how bees make honey? That golden sweetness that's spread on toast or swirled into tea starts its journey in the tiny bodies of one of nature's most remarkable creatures. Today, let's gently explore the fascinating process behind honey, step by step. It all begins with the worker bee, often called the forager. These bees are responsible for venturing out of the hive in search of nectar. Nectar is a sugary liquid produced by flowers to attract pollinators like bees. It's essential for honey production and also serves as a critical food source for the hive. When the forager bee finds a flower rich in nectar, she uses her long, straw-like tongue, called a proboscis, to sip the nectar. But instead of digesting it, the bee stores the nectar in a special organ known as the honey stomach. This organ is separate from the bee's digestive stomach and is solely used for carrying nectar back to the hive. A fully loaded honey stomach can weigh almost as much as the bee herself. With her nectar cargo on board, the forager bee takes flight, heading back to the hive. But the journey is more than just a commute. It's a coordinated dance. Bees communicate with each other using movements known as the waggle dance, a fascinating behavior that allows them to share the locations of the best nectar sources with the rest of the colony. Once the forager arrives at the hive, she passes the nectar to a house bee. This transfer isn't done with buckets or containers, but through a process called trophallaxis. The forager regurgitates the nectar, and the house bee takes it into her own honey stomach. It might sound a bit strange to us, but for bees, this is a highly efficient way to process and refine the nectar. Now, the house bees get to work. They chew the nectar, mixing it with enzymes in their saliva. These enzymes play a crucial role. They begin to break down the complex sugars in the nectar into simpler ones. This chemical transformation is what gives honey its unique properties, including its long shelf life and resistance to spoiling. At this stage, the nectar is still very watery, around 70% water. Honey, on the other hand, contains only about 18% water. To reduce the water content, bees use their wings to fan the nectar. This creates airflow within the hive, helping to evaporate the excess moisture. Over time, the watery nectar thickens into the rich, viscous honey we recognize. When the honey is ready, the bees store it in hexagonal cells made of beeswax. These honeycomb cells are marvels of engineering, designed to hold the maximum amount of honey using the least amount of wax. Once a cell is filled, the bees seal it with a thin layer of wax, capping it like a lid. This wax cap protects the honey, keeping it fresh and ready for the colony to consume when needed. Honey is more than just a sweet treat for us. It's the primary energy source for bees. During the colder months, when flowers are scarce, honey becomes essential for their survival. The colony relies on the honey they've worked so hard to store, consuming it to maintain energy and keep warm. But why do bees go to such lengths to produce honey? Unlike other insects that hibernate during the winter, honeybees remain active year-round. Their ability to produce and store honey ensures they have a constant food supply, even when the outside world is cold and barren. Interestingly, a single bee produces only about 1/12 of a teaspoon of honey in her lifetime. Yet, when you consider the collective efforts of the hive, the results are astounding. A healthy colony can produce anywhere from 30 to 60 pounds of honey in a single year, depending on the environment and conditions. The next time you enjoy a spoonful of honey, think about the incredible journey it took to reach you, from the foraging missions of worker bees to the delicate process of evaporation and storage. Every drop of honey represents the teamwork and ingenuity of an entire hive. Bees are nature's chemists, engineers, and hard workers, all rolled into one. Their honey-making process is a reminder of the intricate relationships that connect the natural world, from the flowers that offer nectar to the bees that transform it into something extraordinary. And there you have it, a glimpse into the remarkable world of honey production. It's a process rooted in teamwork, efficiency, and a touch of magic. So the next time you see a bee buzzing around, remember to appreciate the hard work it's doing, not just for its hive, but for all of us. Bees don't just make honey, They're also vital pollinators, playing a crucial role in ecosystems worldwide. Thank you for joining me on this journey into the world of bees and honey. If you found this fascinating, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves nature as much as you do. See you next time.